Hey everyone, Soul here. So today we are going over the second tested deck profile for the Grand Blue Nightrose. Because this time I am testing this deck without Cocytus. But honestly I feel like Cocytus is kinda needed. But anyways, we'll just straight up go into deck profile. First our starter, Captain Nightkid. Now we are using Protect 1 with this marker. Just let me be clarify for that. Now for Nightrose. Now, without Cocytus, her turns are more like underwhelming to me. You can revive something, and then only, I guess, on the very first time, you can use Columbard and Skull Dragon to attack, but it's not as deadly because the drop zone is not that set up. So you have to kind of wait for like more and more. But yeah, apart from that, it's pretty alright. Now, 3 Skull Dragons because I do realize that sometimes it's get into in the damage zone and you kind of fucked. But then having 3 of them is kind of I want to make sure I get it, so that's why I'm playing 3. Now we're playing 4 Greed Shade, 4 Columbard, and 3 of this girl, and I'll explain why. So Greed Shade, again, as I mentioned in the previous deck profile, you can literally get anything from your drop zone, so you can keep on milling. Like, you can mill a particular piece with Columbard, so like if you don't have your grade 3s, you can mill her, and with Greed Shade you can get her. So like your ride is kind of consistent because you don't have to worry about breaking, because Greed Shade kind of fixes that. So these 2 engines are very good. They keep the deck super consistent. They will give you whatever the fuck you want. So they are pretty good in my opinion. So what Columbard does is that you can select a card and put in a drop zone and call something from a drop zone to the rear guard. It's up to 1, I guess, so you don't have to all time. But yeah, so with Greed Shade and Columbard, so you can utilize their abilities to get Nightrose in your hand. Now the other one, I have mentioned this before, but also in the comment section. But like, I'm running Banshee. Now I get the argument about running Ghost Ship, and the only way to call Ghost Ship in this deck is from your this card, right? Like you have to think about your choices. Would you rather call her like a Ghost Ship, or would you call a Skull Dragon from a drop zone? I would rather utilize this card to call Skull Dragon. I don't want to waste my resources on calling a grade 2. Of course, it's gonna guarantee me, a draw. But at the same time, also this does, but it has to be, there are some conditions about it. But again, if you still want to run Ghost Ship, go for it because you might be lacking some pieces in your hand. So that way, if the Ghost Ship dies, you can draw some cards. So both are good. I am just preferring her over, Ghost Ship because I can actually call her. So that's the reason I'm playing her at this point. But it may change. Like, I am doing this just testing because the Tabletop Simulator deck preview. In my official one, I may change it, may not. I'm really not sure. But this is what it looks like for now as a grade 2 lineup. Now for my grade, I already, already had it on the screen. So, but for 4 of her, 4 of this card, basically you can use this card to like have kind of a I guess it's not Cocytus turn, but I don't know. It's just like it's just a call basically, and without that, we might suffer a lot. So I really like this card. I really forgot how OP it is actually, and I'm really grateful we got this card. So yeah, but in my personal opinion, I use the skill to revive Skull Dragon. I don't want to use the skill in something else unless you're breaking so hard that you have to run Ghost Ship and call Ghost Ship to draw something. But still, in this deck you won't have drawing problems because or Banshee will get you something in the hand. So amazing card. This card is so good. Like, I love it because sets up your drop zone, draws you a card, so many things. That's why I see it's important. Now 4 Dancing Cutlass and 3 Romario. Now you can play Tommy the Ghostly Brothers instead of it. In my previous deck profile, I mentioned Tommy the Ghostly Brother has no purpose in this deck, but then I realized that if you hit a search, you get to set up a drop zone. You also get power, and you also filter the deck at the same time, right? So Tommy the Ghostly Brothers doesn't actually have a cost in this deck in Grand Blue, because you're putting a card from your hand to your drop zone, so it's not like a cost. You are just building up your drop zone. So if you want to go for it, you can, but it's on when you hit a search. You have to hit a search, and because we're playing like only like 7 grade 3s, it's kind of a good chance of getting it, but like not, I wouldn't say it's the best chance, honestly. So I'm not playing Tommy the Ghost Reapers, because once you hit the search, it's gonna definitely give you that one drop zone, one like grade 3 in the hand, and also get plus 5k. But if not, then what? So I'm playing Romario. Yes, we definitely understand that the counterblast is kind of heavy, because Colombard counterblast and the Romario counterblast. Apart from that, like Nightrose counterblast. So like I definitely get that. So you can replace him with Tommy the Ghost Reaper if you want to. I personally prefer Romario, because he sets up the drop zone very fast, very quick, and just a good card. I like Romario more than Tommy the Ghost Reaper. That's why I'm playing it. Now we're playing Dancing Cutlass. Very easy access to the counter charge. That's what we want, and that's what I really like. The other grade 1, you have to call it from the hand, and that's just I don't know, it just feels kind of weird, awkward, and clunky when I try to play that other grade 1 for a counter charge. So I like Dancing Cutlass way better. I prefer this card way better, because like you can drop it, like you can mill it with Colombard anytime you want to, and then you can just utilize the skill right off the bat. So it's not that hard to use this card in this deck, apart from the other one. So yeah, and for trigger lineups, it's pretty cookie cutter, honestly. It's our 8 crits, 4 gust in for a draw PG, and 4 heals. Now I'm really not sure about the grade 1 PGs, because I haven't tested enough. But yeah, this is the deck. I personally don't think that this deck is that great. Okay, here's the thing, because I am also building DI. The deck profile is coming up soon, by the way. It's a testing deck profile again, but still it's coming up. So I personally believe that the Nightrose isn't the best deck. It's very good though. Like I like it, but it's not like it's not Sheriff level. Like it doesn't feel that strong. But yeah, apart from that, it's also a good deck. It's not a bad deck. It's really good. But I prefer the Cocytus version, because Grand Blue is a little bit slower. In this one, you only have Nightrose, and my problem with that is that your drop zone isn't the greatest when you are going for the very first time. Now, I get the point, you're not supposed to kill your opponent at that point, but you know what, if you're going for the grade 3 turn right there, right, why wouldn't you set up your drop zone to go into the next ride and kill their opponents, instead of going for this very first weak grade 3 turn, and then slightly better grade 3 turn on the next grade 3 turn, it just doesn't make too much of a difference on the like your next ride. So that's my problem with this, because Cocytus will mill 4, and also you can utilize the other mills to have a good, a solid Nightrose turn when you are there. So that's why I prefer it more. But I have seen a lot of deck profiles utilizing this kind of a build, like where there's only 4 Nightrose and 2 Skull Dragons, and then like 4 of like this girl instead of 3, and then using only 2 Skull Dragons. But I like it this way. I'm still testing it out. I will make one physical card copy deck profile in the future, of course, because I'm building Nightrose and DI both, like Sharoth. I'm also building Dantarian, so stay tuned for that too. But yeah, this is a deck profile. Let me know if you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.